Shalom, 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 mashallah. Shalom, everybody. Gotta wait for a few more people to come in. We'll get this thing started. Hope all is well for everybody out here. Hope everybody enjoying. It's my humble prayer. Amen. Hope everybody is doing okay in the Most High, watching over y'all, keeping y'all, blessing y'all, peace and comfort, in these evil days. Praying that the Most High watching over y'all and your family. You know what I mean? Everybody turn back to the Most High, trying to keep these commandments to the best of your ability, trying to treat your people right. You know what I mean? Pray the Most High bless you and keep you and watch you. Alright? So first and foremost, the water for everybody that's, that's tuned in, and first and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Kakadash. I say halal Yah, halal Yah, Awam Yah, halal Yah. May the Most High be blessed and may he be praised and exalted above all forever, right? Alright, so like I said, shalom to everybody, yashallah. Hope all is well, hope everybody enjoying, and the Most High giving you peace and strength to keep on keeping on, right? Alright, to the hopeful elect, to the innumerable multitude, to the Akim, to the Aqua, to the children, to the elders, to everybody who in this thing, pushing forward, right? So, I'm not going to be before y'all too long, you know what I mean? That's not my goal. It's just something that's on my spirit, you know what I'm saying? It's in my spirit, that I'm sensing, and that's, stuff that's going on with me, myself, you know what I mean? Just to be real with you, man, get straight to the point. Being in this truth, man, it's a lonely walk, you know what I mean? It's a real lonely walk, Feel like you're doing stuff by yourself, you're separated from friends and family, you know what I mean? You're trying to do what's right, but, you know what I mean? I ain't complaining, but, I'm a real type person. I try to be, and I try to keep it 100, try to keep it a band, man. Sometimes it get to you, you know what I mean? Sometimes the loneliness get to you, sometimes being separated get to you, and that's being humans. In the flesh, you look at yourself like, like what's going on, why people leaving, why people separating, you know what I mean? Why people don't deal with you. The only thing you're trying to do is do what's right, you know what I mean? Because you get to the point where you try to push the truth on people, so you let them be them, but still the situation has changed, and the relationship is strained, right? So anyway, with that said, okay, I was in Bojangles earlier, right? And like I said, like this just loneliness has been dealing with me, you know what I mean? But I was in Bojangles earlier, right? And I seen this brother, you know what I mean? He was just staring at me, you know what I mean? I ain't say nothing to him, you know what I mean? Cause I get that often, you know what I mean? Somebody always say I look like somebody, or they think they know me from somewhere, whatever. You know what I mean? That's just to be real with you, right? And, he was like, yo, you look like my cousin or whatever. And I was like, nah, but I asked him where hometown his cousin was from. He said the hometown of Kinston. And I was like, I got family from out there. You know what I mean? Like my grandfather's from out that way, but I don't know none of my family out there. I used to work at FedEx. And one time this dude I got out my van to deliver a package, and this dude like just hollered my name. You know what I'm saying? Like my government name. You know what I mean? So I turned around. I was like, yo, I don't know you. He was like, oh, I thought you was somebody else. So that's always happening to me, man. So anyway, me and the brother started chopping it up or whatever. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, man, it's something on you, man. It's something on you. Like it's something on you. So we just started talk about the Most High. You know what I mean? About the truth, whatever. And the brother knew a little something, right? So like I said, he was like, yo, like the Most High dealing with you, you know what I mean? The Most High on you. So he went to order his food or whatever. And he ordered like a sausage sandwich, like a sausage biscuit or something, right? So I let him order his sandwich or whatever, right? So I ain't even say nothing to him at the time. So after he ordered his sandwich, he came back in line and we started back talking. You know what I mean? I was like, bro, you know that you ain't supposed to be doing that, right? I said, yo, you're not supposed to be eating that. So he looked at me, he was like, I know, man, I cut back. So with me, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be no hypocrite. So I'm gonna keep it a band. Like I said, when I first came into the truth, I was still eating pork. You know what I mean? I was at a Bojangles, not the same one that I met the brother, but this side of Most I work. And I was telling this other brother that we was Israel, right? And I was telling somebody this story before. So he was standing behind me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't saying nothing at all. Like he nodded his head. So he's sitting back. He like this, right? I mean, he got the beard. You know what I mean? Everything. So I was like, yo, we Israel. You know what I mean? So he let me talk, let me talk. So then I ordered my food, same thing, and then I went and ordered I think it was like a sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich or something. So this, like I said, when I first came in the truth, I'm gonna keep it a band, right? So he was like, so what you doing ordering that? And yo, that cut me. You know what I'm saying? Like that really cut me. Like, and there was the Most High was like, all right, it's time for you. You know what I mean? Straighten up. You know what I mean? And get it together. You know what I mean? So I was had the zeal, but I was still doing things that was not right or incorrect in the Most High eyes, right? So like I said, I told a brother with Israel, whatever, and I think he was an angel because I ain't never seen a brother again ever in my life. And I've been to that Bojangles plenty of time, and I ain't never seen a brother no more. I think he was an angel, like straight up. But yeah, that cutting, you know what I mean? So we all live and learn, but to make a long story short, like I said, the reason why I'm coming with this because you know what I'm saying. Like I just been lonely, man. Like even I got brothers that I fellowship with, whatever, but you still feel lonely. You know what I mean? They don't stay like close by or whatever. And I know other people who that's in the truth got the same thing, but they feeling lonely. So it just so happened that the Most High had the brother there. You know what I mean? And he was still young in it, but he knew some stuff. But he was like, yo, the Most High on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell, like, he dealing with you. So there was comfort. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like we just be walking by ourselves. And, you know, I ain't gonna say that we don't feel the Most High because we walk by faith and not by sight. But it'd be good for, how can I say it? For like some comfort to know that, the Most High seeing you. He has somebody there to you know, for some confirmation to let you know that he ain't left you, he's still with you, right? All right. So with that said, man, I ain't gonna ramble on. I'm gonna go ahead and get into these scriptures. Like I said, yo, this for everybody who out here lonely, man. You know, you feel separated and severed. The Most High done severed you from your family, from your friends. You know what I'm saying? During this holiday season, people, you know what I'm saying? I was somewhere, like I say, getting something to eat, and people in there buying a whole lot of pork, and you know what I'm saying? Happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, yo, I don't do that. We Israelites, we ain't supposed to do that. You know what I mean? And it just vexed my soul, man. Like I was angry and I'm sad at the same time because like our people just not getting it, man. You know what I'm saying? Just not getting it. So like I say, I would love to be around my family during this time with my friends and my loved ones, but I'm not with that. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite and I'm not going to partake in any of that. So with me being a man and a man of the Most High, you know, I'm going to keep it a band. Like it'd be lonely. but it is what it is. That's what we signed up for, right? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to Salakia. I'm gonna go right here. Like I said, it ain't gonna be before y'all too long. That's not my plan, like at all, right? I just want to bring out a few scriptures for everybody that's going through loneliness and might feel like borderline depression. You know what I'm saying? People using you, mistreating you. You know what I'm saying? Not doing you right, overlooking you. You know what I mean? Just hang in there, man. You know what I mean? Just hang in there. Um, um, so I'm gonna start right here, the book of John, right? 15, and I'm gonna start at 18. And it says, if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. All right? Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Right? So we not of the world. So like I said, even family members, man, close family members, you know what I mean, they might not, you know, they arrive. It's just crazy, yo. It's crazy. I'm just ready to get out of here, you know what I mean, and be with the Most High, and be with Howard Shah. Like King David said, yo, I'm a brother to all who keep your commandments and your precepts. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna say that people don't love you no more, but the strain is there, the division is there, which Howard Shah brought. You know what I mean? And it's not always a good feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a weak type person, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? I love my family. You know what I mean? I love my family. You know what I mean? I always been family orientated, but I don't love them enough to go back or to compromise my faith or to do what the Most High said not to do for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So I gotta deal with it, just like we all got to deal with it. All right. So from here I'm gonna go to the Book of Psalms. All right. The Book of Psalms 34 and 19. And it says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivereth them out of them all. All right. So we have plenty of afflictions, man. You know what I'm saying? Mental, physical, spiritual afflictions. You know what I'm saying? Because we serve the Lord, and when you serve the Lord, you know what I'm saying? It comes with a price. You know what I'm saying? It's not free. Sean, you know. But look, you're a strong sister. You know what I mean? You're a strong father. You do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? And people don't like that, you know. So you keep on doing what you're doing, you know what I mean? And the Most High is already blessing your hands, you know what I mean? So you keep on doing what you're doing. I believe the majority of sincere Israel is going through that. I ain't gonna say everybody, but most people that's sincere, you know what I mean, you're going through some things right now. You know what I mean? It's pruning, you know what I mean? The Most High pruning us and He's separating us from the world. But you hang in there, you don't get discouraged, you know what I mean? You do not get discouraged. Alright. So from here I'm gonna go to like I said, I just got a few scriptures, man. I ain't gonna be before y'all too long. I just wanna hopefully encourage somebody, You know what I mean? You're going through lonely. You know what I mean? You can be around a whole house full of people, a whole building full of people, but you still feel lonely, man. You know what I mean? The book of Acts 9 and let's see. I'm gonna start at 15, and it says, "But the Lord said unto him, Go thy way, for he is the chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and kings and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake." Alright, so we come to serve the Most High, you know what I mean? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna suffer. You know what I mean? We're gonna suffer things. We're gonna go through stuff. Because he suffered, so we got to suffer. It comes with territory, right? Give me 1 second. Okay. Alright. So from here I'm gonna go. And I know I don't have the most energy when I do my lessons and stuff, man, or you know, when I read and stuff like that. I'm not the most charismatic person or got the best vocabulary or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I just try to bring it out, no gimmicks or none of that. You know what I mean? I heard somebody, well, I ain't gonna say I heard, but somebody told me that that people tired of seeing my boring lives. You know what I mean? They said my lives be boring, so, you know, it is what it is. You know, I ain't here to entertain nobody. I'm here for whoever the Most High will have an ear to hear. If it's for them, somebody get it. If not, if not. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. Alright, so right here I'm gonna start at the book of Hebrews 11, right? And chapter 36, and it says, "And others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, of bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, were tempted, were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented," right? Because that's how it is, you know, you wondering, like, people don't want to deal with you. You know what I mean? So you feel like you out here lonely, you know what I'm saying, by yourself. You know what I mean? And it says, "Of whom the world was not worthy. They wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and caves of the earth. And all these, and these all having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise, God having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect." So we're not going to be made perfect until, you know what I mean, the water, everybody, Julie and LaJuan McDonald. You know what I mean? The world is not worthy. You know, our people just go through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you just feel lonely. You feel by yourself. You feel like an outcast. You know what I mean? But it comes with the territory. It comes with the territory. No servant is greater than his Lord. All right? And it just, we feel like that because we just ready to get out of here. You know what I'm saying? And people know that you are real. You know what I mean? And you're not with that funny stuff, so they don't deal with you. You know what I mean? They say I ain't gonna deal with him, you know, cause he ain't gonna compromise. You know what I mean? So they feel uncomfortable around you. All right. All right. So from here, I'm gonna go to. I mean, like I said, yo, you can have children, you can have a wife, you can have a daddy, you can have a mama, you can have a husband. It don't matter, yo. You still feel lonely. You know what I mean? Still feel lonely. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and 19. And it says, I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. All right? Because that's how we feel like, you know what I'm saying? We feel like strangers in this earth. We feel like aliens, you know what I'm saying? Like we walking amongst zombies, you know what I mean? So we feel lonely, pretty much. I know I keep saying that word, but that's the word that's in my mind, that's in my spirit. It's just a lonely feeling, you know what I mean? It's a very lonely feeling, all right? Um, so from here, let's see, saying I'm trying not to be before y'all too long. I know it's the middle of the day. Um, I'm gonna go right here to the book of Galatians, chapter 1, right? Hold on, slide. No, no. Yeah, Galatians 1, right? And I'm gonna start at 14. And it says, and profited in the Jews' religion above many my equals in my own nation, being more exceedingly zealous of the traditions of my fathers. All right, because that's all we're trying to do. We just trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep the tradition of our fathers. Not saying we better than nobody, but we trying to get right. You know what I mean? We know what's required of us. You know, we don't want to be like these heathens. We don't want to be like the world. We want to do what's pleasing to the Most High. So we try to do what's acceptable, you know what I'm saying, and keep the traditions. All right. Um, verse 15 it said, but when it pleased Yahweh who separated me from my mother's womb and called me by his grace. All right. So that's why we feel that way, because the Most High has called us from our mother's womb and separated us before we was even born. All right. And evidently he's not dealing with them like that. You know what I mean? Shalom, Aki. Shalom, shalom. To everybody. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatham. To everybody. Endure, you know. Alright, so from here I'm gonna go to from right here I'm gonna go to the book of Daniel 11 and let's start at 32. And it says, and such as be wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries, but the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits, right? So it don't mean that the whole world gonna see what we doing, you know what I mean? But we gonna be strong in the Lord even though we weak. You know what I'm saying? We strong in the Lord because we got faith. And the Most High is pushing us and we in His hands, so He make us strong even when we feel weak. And we doing great exploits because we telling people that they Israel. We telling people to repent. You know what I'm saying? We trying our best to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, to rehearse these righteous acts. You know what I mean? And we trying to be pleasing to the Most High. We trying to walk upright. So that's great exploits into the Most High, right? And it says, and they that understand among the people shall instruct many, yet they shall fall by the sword and by the flame and by captivity and by spoil many days. Now when they shall fall, they shall be hoping with little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries, all right? And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them and to purge them, right? So that's what we being tried and we being purged, and to make them white. So that means pure, right? Even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed, and now is the time that's appointed, all right? So we are to instruct many, right? And the Most I say He leaving us with a little help. Shalom, 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 Sean. Shalom, shalom, everybody. All right, shalom. So like I said, through His strength, we are strong. Though we weak, though we in the flesh, though, you know what I'm saying, though we in this weak flesh, you know what I mean? You know, subject to the elements, but we strong. You know what I mean? Long as we keep our hope and our faith in Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and we strong. You know what I mean? And we don't need all of those people like we think we do. But like I said, we love them and we wish that we could have a better relationship, but unfortunately, that's just not the case, right? Alright, so let me go to, from here I'm going to go to the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, which is also the book of Sirach, as it's called, chapter 2. And I'm going to start at 1, as a matter of fact. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So, you know what I mean? Don't be like, man, look, this too tough for me, this too rough for me. Like, I can't deal with it. I'm gonna go celebrate Thanksgiving with them, man. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna go, you know, do whatever that's not pleasing to the Most High that you already know in your heart that's not right, but to try to fit in and to be with them, you're going to try to do what they're doing. And you're not even going to feel right. You know what I'm saying? So don't even do it, right? Because you called and set apart, right? And then they're going to look at you like a hypocrite. They're going to say, yeah, we got them. You know what I mean? So no, don't do that, right? And it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. All right, so that's sickness, that's persecution, that's loneliness, that's whatever the case may be. You take it cheerfully. You know what I mean? Don't mean like you're gonna be walking around laughing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be silly. You know, but you take it cheerfully because you know what I'm saying. It works patience, and patience works faith. You know what I'm saying? And at the end is salvation. All right. It says, believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in Him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for His mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall, right? Ye that fear the Lord, believe Him, and your reward shall not fail. So we're not going through this for nothing. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For the Lord is full of compassion, mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in time of affliction. All right. Now we have no parts in the ways of the heathens, man. You know, and the Most High is merciful and pitiful. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna save us. You know what I mean? He's gonna save us. He's doing a work in us right now, right? You know, He humbling us, man. He chastising us. He's pruning us. You know what I mean? That's what He's doing. All right. So from here, I'm gonna go right here. Like I said, I don't have many. I just got a few more left. Like I said, I just want to encourage my people. You know what I'm saying? If it's the Most High will, whoever got ears to hear, whoever can relate to this right now during this so-called holiday season, right? When you kind of left alone and everybody else and your family doing a traditional thing, right? And your friends, so-called, right? So right here, the book of Psalms, chapter 6, and let's see. I'm gonna start at verse 3. So it says, "My soul is also so vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long? Return, O Lord, deliver my soul. O save me for thy mercy's sake. For in death there is no remembrance of thee. In the grave who shall give thee thanks?" All right, check this out. "I am weary with my groaning. All the night make I my bed to swim. I water my couch with tears. My eye is consumed because of grief. It waxeth old because of all of my enemies," right? So, you know, like I said, I know I said one time before, man, sometimes, you know what I mean, I shed tears. You know what I mean? Because I get lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to keep it a whole band, yo. Like David cried, man. Jeremiah cried. You know what I mean? Sometimes you cry. Sometimes you weep. Sometimes you cry to the Most High. That don't make you weep. You know what I mean? So we got feelings and we got emotions too. You know what I mean? But you know, we take it to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? It's balance, man. Sometimes you're happy, but more often in this thing you're gonna be sad because you're sad at what you see. You're sad at the conditions of your people. You're sad because your people don't want to change. You're sad because you love your people. And the relationship is draining. You know what I'm saying? It'll never be the same again. You know what I mean? So it hurt. You know what I mean? It's a very hurtful thing. You know what I mean? Very hurtful thing. I'm a man's man, and I'm keeping the band like 100. You know, it hurt me to my soul. But hey, I deal with it. You know, I deal with it. All right. So from here, I'm gonna go to Isaiah 66 and 5. And it says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word." All right. So we the ones who tremble at his word. We trying to keep, you know what I mean, his law, statutes, commandments. You know, you tremble at his word. Because the scripture said, to fear the Lord, you know, if you fear the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments. You know what I mean? And it brings understanding. Those who fear the Lord. So you can't say that you fear the Lord and you ain't doing what he told you to do. That don't make sense, right? Matter of fact, Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Alright, so a lot of people say they fear the Lord. This is Psalms 11 and 10. It says the fear. Salaki Yash'Allah. Alright. Psalms 11 and 10. It says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and good understanding have all they that do his commandments. His praise endure forever. Alright? So if you fear the Lord, you keep his commandments, because that's your wisdom. Alright? Alright, so back here, it's Isaiah 66 and let's see, and 5, right? It says, hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, right? Said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed, all right? So they, they even know they kick us out for the name's sake, because they say y'all bugged out. Y'all Israelites bugged out. You don't got to keep no commandments. You can come and break bread for Thanksgiving. That's the day that the Lord made. You know what I'm saying? Be glad and rejoice in it. But nah, that's not the day that the Lord said to be glad and rejoice in. Rejoice in his Sabbath. Rejoice in Pentecost. Rejoice in the new moon. Rejoice in Passover. Rejoice in Tabernacle. You know what I mean? Rejoice in Hanukkah. That's the days that you rejoice in. You know what I mean? Not these pagan holidays. You know what I mean? So now we don't rejoice in that. Alright. So from here, I'm gonna go to the book of Proverbs, right? 18 and 24. It says, a man that have friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. And you know who that friend is? That friend is Yahushua. He sticketh closer than a brother. Because he said, no longer do I call you servants, but friends, right? So he the one who is always by our side, right? So it might feel like we lonely or whatever, but we got a friend. You know what I mean? Yahushua. Alright? We got a friend. Alright? Okay. So Laki, I'm kind of rushing because I gotta make this phone call back, right? Alright, so from right here, right, I'm going to the book of Luke, chapter 12, and 49. And it says, that's Luke 12 and 49. It says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? But I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how am I straitened till it be accomplished? Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division, right? So that's why we feel lonely. That's why we separated, right? Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua came to bring division, not peace and togetherness, right? He says, from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house, divided 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother the mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, right? So that's what's going on. That's why you feel lonely, man, because Yahushua came and brought division, all right? He separated us, severed us. Severed means to be violently taken away. You know what I mean? Violently, like snatched away, right? All right. So, from here, I'm gonna go to the book of Matthew 28, and I'm gonna start at 18. Hold on, Salaki. Yeah, 18, and it says, and Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me, in heaven and in earth. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, right? Because that's why our people was scattered into all nations. He's not talking about, which is a sidebar, no, yeah. He wasn't talking about going to the heathens, right? Because if that's the case, he would have went to them. So he was telling to the disciples to go to the lost sheep that was in the other nations. Go to them, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Ghost, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I have commanded you. And lo, I am with thee always, even until the end of the world. So like I said, we might feel lonely, but Yahweh Shai is with us, you know what I mean, to the end of the world, right? So we gotta, you know, um, we gotta grasp that and understand that and believe that. You know, like I said, we humans, sometimes we get in our own way, in our own mind, and Satan deal with us, because like I said, we under subjection, you know what I'm saying, to the rudiments of the world, you know what I'm saying, to the elements, right? We can get depressed and we can get down, you know, you can go to sleep one way and wake up feeling another way. You know what I mean? We're in a lower state right now, but you got to walk in faith, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, have a proper balance, you know, don't get too far up or too far down, right? But you're going to experience hell on this earth. You're going to experience loneliness on this earth. We're going to experience betrayal on this earth. We're going to experience hatred on this earth. You know what I'm saying? You know, because people don't want to do right, and it's not in them to do right, because the Most High not dealing with them. So we got to deal with that. All right, we got to deal with that. So so from right here, right, I'm gonna go to the book of Jeremiah 31, and so 31 and 16. All right, and it says, thus saith the Lord, refrain thy voice from weeping, and thy eyes from tears, for thy work shall be rewarded, saith the Lord, and they shall come again from the land of the enemy, and there is hope in thy end, saith the Lord, that thy children shall come again to their own border. All right. So, you know, if you got to weep, weep, but you know what I'm saying, weep for a night, because joy cometh in the morning. And the Most High gonna take us home. He's gonna wipe away all tears, right? He's gonna take away all sickness. He's gonna wipe away all mental, physical, spiritual sicknesses. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we're gonna be separated from the people that hate us and who hate the Most High. You know what I mean? So with that said, I hope it was edifying. You know what I mean? Y'all just stay prayed up, be vigilant, be sober. You know what I mean? Stick close to the Most High, man, and you know what I'm saying? Walk with him. You know what I mean? Walk with the Most High. Walk with Yahweh Shai. Keep the faith. Know what's real. You know what I mean? And don't let these pagan holidays get you down. You know what I'm saying? Let people do whatever they're gonna do. You know what I mean? Only thing we can do is warn them once or twice. Leave them alone. Leave them a heretic. You know what I mean? But like I said, I hope it's edifying. Call on Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Kafadas. Shalom, that's Allah, endure. I love y'all, Ahafata. And until the next time, endure. Keep on keeping on. Keep fighting good. Fight the faith, alright? Hey, we almost home. Shalom, shalom. And be there for your brothers and sisters who keeping these commandments, man. Be there for one another. Support one another. You know what I mean? Stop being stuck up, man. We need each other. You know what I mean? He called us out of the world. He said, be good to those, especially of the household of faith. So be there for your people who going through who's in the faith. You know what I mean? To the best of your ability. You can't do everything, but you can do something. All right? Shalom. Till next time. Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatah.